Hi guys, I'm the British ZB37 man, and today I got another video for you. So I did say last time that this was going to be the end of my series on how to use a ZB37 or MG37T. However, I decided to do one last part, which is just how to take them down. So let's get into it straight away. So first off, get it. It should probably be in this position, or you might have hand grips in a position like this. This is just the last position I showed you. So you can have the hand grips kind of a Y shape, or have them sticking out like that in the T shape. This is the one of the anti-aircraft positions for it. So first of all, you're going to need to unload it. So you're going to need your hammer and knock through the top cover retaining pin. Hammer down. Might need to give a little bit more of a tap. I've got an MG34 42 belt in this, so that's why it's just a little bit stiff, stiffer than it should be. Probably going to want to get a friend to hold the belt. These of course are all inert, and this is obviously deactivated. But if it was a real one, obviously you need to do NSP, all that stuff. Just to make sure it's all empty. So lift this up, belt will just slide out. Then just put the belt into your ammo tin. Not sure you really need to see how to put a belt in an ammo tin, unless you're incredibly stupid. No offense. Anyway, so once that's done, you're going to want to open the top cover. So I'll swing it around here, press that button there, lift it up, and if you're like me, have decided to take out this little part here, this tray, you're going to need to basically insert that. So you can press down on this button here, the black button, and just slide it down, making sure that the rails either side of it go on basically either side of it as well. Make sure that the black part with the checkered grip is facing away from the inside of the gun. Push it in, good to go. Then you just press down on the button that holds the top cover open, push it down, give it a slap, press the retaining pin in, bring it round, pull out the handles, run up like that, run up like that. You're going to want to put the safety on. I'm not going to do it on this one because this example's got a very stiff safety and I'm not going to get it onto fire again if I do that. So take your hammer, lift up the handle first. You're going to want to take it off the mount. You have to do this to disassemble it, otherwise the entire thing will fall on you and you will probably break your back. Because if you start loosening this nut, this will just, so if you start loosening this nut and this is still attached, this will almost guaranteed go like this, will be bent over like this, because this is probably about a good 5-6 kilograms. You will not want that landing on your back, might even be more. So yeah, hammer, get the retaining pin, lift the weapon up, put one arm under it to support it when you're going to take it to bits. Hammer, whack the retaining pin out as far as it will go. Hammer down, retaining pin out, make sure it's out fully. Handle up, and then you can put it down somewhere like there, and you're going to want to push the retaining pin in as well, just to make sure that it doesn't get broken, because that might be a possibility, seeing as these are 70-ish years old. So what you want to do after that, take this, unscrew this, down like that, down like that, So you just push it all the way down, and then just turn the bit that the gun rests on around so it locks into place, and then you're going to want to just push it forwards, push the whole stand forwards, so go like this, and then once it's led like that, tighten up the front nut, untie and well rather loosen the back two nuts, and tighten them up. Et voila! Et voila! You have your tripod and your gun taken to bits. So that one was taking it down from the second anti-aircraft position I showed you. I'll now show you taking it down from the first. So from this position, I have seen it used in this position several times, such as I mentioned in the previous video, some picture of Fudge and Armory using this. And the interesting thing was, in the photograph, the loader had the ammo box and was holding it like this, and he had one hand like that, his hand was actually like that, he had one hand like that, and there was the man who was the gunner just holding it like that. So just thought that was something interesting I'd show you, or tell you about. So first off, basically it'll be exactly the same as what you did before. So pull onto the belt, knock through the pin will come out eventually. Pull onto the belt, this bit comes up, slowly you slip the belt out, again just chuck that in the ammo tin, Southern Casting 34, 38, 41 I think. Anyway, so once that's done, close up the case, all that jazz. Then if you've done what I do, just take your miniature little piece that needs to go back in, do the same as what I showed you before. Obviously if you've not done this and you're lucky enough to have some original belts for it, then you don't need to do that part. Just take the belt out, then of course NSP as well, the weapon, just as you normally would. If it's a real one, it's deactivated like this, don't bother because you can't. Handles up from there, or whichever position you've had them in. If you can, put safety on. If you can't, don't. And then handle up, take your hammer, make sure that the weapon is supported enough. So the way how I do it is armadillo, hammer down, retaining pin out all the way, then lift it up and place it where you want it. Always remember, put your retaining pin in just so that you don't get it broken off. If you say put it down and then some idiot knocks it off where you've laid it, say you lay it on top of its carrying box, some pilot goes and knocks it off, and it lands on a retaining pin, you will not want it to snap. You will not find another retaining pin for very good money, and just you probably won't find one. Anyway, so down on to taking the tripod to bits. So I'll lower the camera down just a little bit so you can see a bit better. A bit too far. That should probably do. Anyway, so again, like you do with the other one, unscrew this bit, down. This bit, twist it round, like so, down, round again. Then unscrew these two. In fact, you keep them done up. And what you do is you swing this round over like you're going to put it into the second anti-aircraft position I showed you. Instead, just keep following it over, like so, down here, like that. Tighten up that end there, like down here. Then unscrew these, put them down like that. Screw it back up. Same with this guy. Down like that. Screw it back up. And voila! You have your MG37T ZB37 with tripod, ammo box. So that is how to take it down from the first anti-aircraft position I showed you. And now we will come on to the final one, which is just standard use of the ZB37 for, say, repelling infantry attacks and all that jazz. And just the standard main role it was used in. So sorry guys, you might not be able to see this particularly well in this light, but this is how it would normally be set up for if it's been used in, say, a defensive bunker, one which didn't have actually the cupola that would go with this, and that could have this mounted on. If say it was just like similar to the Normandy beaches bunkers, you know, the standard one where there's just an opening, you would have it in this sort of setup. Also, just the surrounding areas of the Normandy beaches where there's just the trenches, this is where what they'd be set up like, most likely. And yeah, if you're just a standard infantry squad trying to move your MG around, this is what it would be set up like when you set it up. And so yeah, you might have the handles down like that. It all really depends on how you would want to hold it. Might hold them like that, might hold them like this. Personally, whenever I've seen them in use in this configuration, I've always seen the handles in this shape. I've seen one, been privileged to see one bit of footage which is of some Lafette SS using one of these, and they were holding it like this. The interesting thing was they were doing sustained fire on an enemy position, I believe just to keep the heads down. And so what was happening was the loader, who was on this side, was one hand on the arrow like that, but he also had one hand on here, supporting the gunner's hand on the handle. So that's just an interesting fact. So first of all, what you want to do is obviously unload it like you normally would. So again, life on the safety first. Give that a little tap, couple more tap. Get the rear chain pin out. Place it on the floor or somewhere else. Make sure this goes up to the first click only. Lift this bit out and the back of your belt out. Belt into your ammo tin. Trim custom fit or whatever. And also then you've got to check one. Same, exactly the same as that. The check ones. So then again, if you're like me, you're taking the little part out, which is here. Make sure you don't lose it if you do take it out. Put it somewhere safe. If I were you and you were say at an event, if you took it out, I'd put it inside your vehicle. If you have a vehicle, I'd put it inside the glove box and take everything else out else that you didn't need in there. Put it somewhere else, just so that you definitely know where this is. If you have somewhere like a cigarette tray in your car as well, you just pull out. You might want to just pop that in it if you don't smoke. If you do smoke, obviously don't. So anyway, stick that back in. and then close this all up. Again, retaining pin in, handles up like so, and then make sure that there's a traverse thing on here which allows you to traverse. Now make sure that you have that fixed. I'll probably just put it in the centre, so roughly in the centre, and so it should be on the left to allow you to move it. So move it to the right. We'll only move a little bit, but that'll be enough. Should be. It should be on the right, sorry. Move to the far left. And that should be enough. Just hold it in. Probably won't move that much. It might, it just depends. Put in about 25 degrees it should move. Then lift handle up, carrying handle. Then get your hammer again. And then whack through the retaining pins on the gun and on the stand. Hammer down, out, out. Just be careful when you're putting it out. This one, the one that's actually attached to the weapon, make sure that you don't snub your finger on one of the range / angle like fixing things, because there's two things which actually allows the weapon to be set to a certain bit where, and you just create a beaten zone. So just make sure that you don't whack your finger on one of those. So then you need to do it like this, otherwise it's going to hurt your back. Straight back, bend your knees, and underneath like this, and underneath like this, we can grab it like that. I'll do it like this. Make sure both of the things are fully out. Obviously you want to make sure the back one isn't totally out of the weapon. Then bend up with your knees, not your back, otherwise you can put your back out. So like this. It should be quite easy because you're just using your legs weight strength rather than your back. Set it down, and as always remember, stick rear retaining pin in and carrying handle down. Hammer, you're not going to need it. Just give the front retaining pin now a whack, and now you're going to basically want to disassemble the tripod. So do this. Unscrew this. Make sure to bend up with your knees when you're lifting it up. Lift it up. If you're going to put it into one of the anti-aircraft positions, bend it round and down like so. Make sure your feet are away. Probably shouldn't do it in barefoot like I am, but who cares? Anyway, so just like that. Just knees. Might need to give them a little bit of a tap if they got forced it in the event. If you've just had it in the event, down like so. Tighten it up like that. Exact same with this. Down like so. Tighten it up. And voila, you have ZB37 or MG37T, your ammo box, and you have successfully dismantled it down to the components. Not obviously not components, but get what I mean. It's the three main parts: ammo box, stand, and the tripod, or Lafette, whatever you want to call it, and the actual weapon itself. So once you've done that, you can then load them into your vehicle and drive off, or move it around, or do whatever you want to do with it. So that is the end of the video, guys. I am going to be at the leave on the line rather, in Hampshire tomorrow, so maybe see some of you guys there. And that is basically the end of the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment, rate, subscribe. Bye.